Respected dignitaries and my dear participants, very good afternoon. Today, being the last day of this faculty development program, we request all participants to kindly show more energy and participate, ask questions. There will be two sessions today. First session will be taken by Dr. Ranjit Kumar, sir. He is the dean at his college, that is uh, Kulaya College of Engineering and Technology, and the second session will be taken by Professor Mohit Tiwari. The host for today is Dr. Soheli Ghosh. She is Dean at St. Xavier's College, Kolkata. So I now request Dr. Soheli to please start the session.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to all the participants. At the very outset, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to host today's sessions. So, as we all know, we are on the last day of this very enriching faculty development program on AI tools for teaching, research, and academic writing, organized by AMIEE, CMAOI, and in collaboration with Department of Information Technology, University Institute of Engineering and Technology, Punjab University, Chandigarh. At the very outset, I welcome all of you to the two sessions for today's overall discussion. And today we have with us, but before we go on to introducing our speaker for today, as we all know, we are on the final day of this program, and I'm absolutely certain that it has been a very enriching session till date for you. And you've already learned a lot about how AI can support in content creation, literature review, and various other activities relating to academics and research. So, without any further delay, it's my privilege and honor to introduce you to our extremely esteemed speaker for today. We
I hope there's some technical glitch at Professor Soheli's side. Uh, she'll join soon. I'll request resource person for today. The first resource person for today is Dr. Anjit
am
Kumar. He
extremely
is
privileged
already
to
introduced. Uh,
introduce. Yes.
yes, ma'am. Please continue.
So, yes, thank you. So, he is presently the Dean of G. Pulaya College of Engineering and Technology, Kurnool. He holds a PhD from Anna University and specializes in computer vision, machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing. He has over 15 years of experience. He also serves as a doctoral research supervisor for DBA Gen AI program at Golden Gate University, San Francisco, USA. He is also an NVIDIA certified coach in Gen AI and LLM and a certified instructor in fundamentals of deep learning and computer vision for industrial applications. I am absolutely certain that with this erudite speaker, all the participants will have a very enriching session. So I hand over the discussions over to Dr. Ranjit, and I request all the participants to keep your questions towards the end of the session. Once Sir allows, the last 5 or 10 minutes can be kept for any kind of discussion or interaction. Is it all right, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. So over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So thanks for the introduction and thanks for the esteemed dignitaries, speakers, and other speakers and participants. So it is my privilege to deliver a session today on generative AI for teaching and research. So let me share my slides. Just- Is my slide visible?
Sir, it is getting loaded. Yes, sir, it is visible, sir. We request you to kindly make it full slide mode so that it can be seen even more clearly. Thank you, sir.
And How is it visible?
Yes, sir. This is absolutely perfect. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so already an introduction has been given about me. So at the outset, so I have some experience in generative AI, and also apart from that, I'm a strategic advisor for tech companies which are leveraging AI. So currently, I'm a strategic advisor for two of the tech companies. So unfortunately or unfortunately, so I felt this topic is more interesting to talk to you people. So regarding teaching and research, how generative AI is being playing a huge role. At the outset, now let's start with, uh, okay, so what is the need of it? Now, as per the statistics says that students are already, almost every student started using generative AI. Okay, so now let us say that there are 800 millions plus weekly users who are using these AI tools. It may be any AI tools. It may be Claude AI, or it may be ChatGPT, or Notebook LLM, any tools. So there are an average of 800 million plus weekly users as per the survey. And per day there are 2.5 billion prompts per day. So per day they are using 2.5 billion prompts across the globe. And globally, 1 out of 6 people are using GenAI. So this is the statistics. So this happens everywhere. And now AI is not an option. I always say that AI is not optional because AI is the need of the day. It is an infrastructure because today each and every person has started using AI. Either it is an institution, either it is an organization, whatever it is. AI is being a part of us. Now, why institutions are falling behind? Now, students are way ahead of us. Almost, if you see the statistics, 92% of students use AI. Most of the students use GenAI tools today for writing assignments, for writing, for doing coding. Everyone students use GenAI. So GenAI has become the daily part of their routine. So students are way ahead of using GenAI, and 88% of the students use for assessments. So for the assessment purpose alone, 88% of the students use for assessments. Now the real scenario comes here. Okay, survey also says that only 30, more or less 30% of the institutions actively support AI. So students are ahead, the usage is ahead, but institutions are still hesitant to use a GenAI platform. Only 30% of institutes are actively supporting GenAI. So the choice is simple. Okay. So either we are to empower students or we are falling behind as adoption accelerators. So this is what is happening right now. So this says the overall picture, what students are capable of doing in GenAI and why academic institutions are weak in GenAI. So statistics says that. Now coming back, okay. So what is generative AI? So in putting in a point of research, first I get into some technical aspects of what is GenAI. Okay, so now here you know GenAI works with learns from large amount of data, finds patterns, generates or creates new data, and then adapts and refines. So this is the basic steps of a generative AI. Now, why generative AI? So what is the key behind generative AI? If I talk technically, okay. So I believe some computer science professors are here in this audience group. So uh, basically, if computer science professors who have been studied about, or maybe EC professors, or those who are passionate about AI/ML, they would have studied about autoencoders. If I'm not wrong, you have studied about autoencoders. So you have an autoencoder and variational autoencoder. So GenAI comes under variational autoencoder. So what is an autoencoder? First, I'll tell you what is an autoencoder. So autoencoder is nothing but we have an input and we get a data points. The output will be a set of data points. From the data points, we select only one point. So the output is deterministic in nature. We say deterministic in nature. That is autoencoder. Whereas the GenAI model is variational autoencoder. Why it is variational autoencoder? Because it is a probability of all the data points. So we not get even one single data point as output. So for example, if you have a dog and cat image, the output is to predict either dog or cat. Now that is a deterministic model. From the data points, we pick one point and say this is a cat or a dog. So it is a deterministic model. But generative AI model, if I give a cat image, it produces a variations, okay, a diversity of academic. So based upon what we do. So the diversification is the key role. So that is where variational autoencoders comes into play. Or we say as a probabilistic model. The outputs are probabilistic. So that is the key for generative AI. So in technically speaking, we are using a variational autoencoders, right? So how it works, as we say that large amount of data, find patterns, generates, adapts. Now, what can it generate? What can it generate? So text. So as I said, we can generate essays, explanations, summaries, feedbacks. All these can be generated. Provide a data, it can generate. Or give a prompt, it can generate. The images. Give a prompt, images can be generated. And diagrams, illustrations, visuals, everything can be generated. Then code, we use for coding also. Then we use it for generating synthetic data sets, tables, and charts for that purpose. Quizzes and tests also can be generated using this generative AI. Ideas and outlines. So if I want an idea, so if I want to apply for a proposal, so many people have been approaching from a VST proposal and whatever proposal. So you want an idea. Even that you can generate from a AI tool, Gen AI tool. So why it matters in teaching and research? Why it matters? It saves your time, right? Today, in this busy environment, we never have time to think. Maybe we are not thinking, right? So the only best thing is what you have in your mind, you want to put it as a structure. For that, this tool will be very useful. So it saves our time, automates content creation, grading. And next one is enhanced learning, creates personalized and engaging materials. Then it boosts your research, so speeds up writing, summarizing, and ideation. Now, one basic question, okay, how would we say Gen AI the same time we say it is a threat? Now, you should understand, everyone should understand it. Gen AI doesn't play with the psychological behavior of humans. Gen AI will be always used as an assistive tool. Gen AI will always be an assistive tool. It cannot replace the psychological barrier of a student or a faculty or whoever it is. It cannot be a psychological tool. Gen AI cannot be a psychological tool. It is just an assistive tool. This mindset has to be here. The reason why I'm telling you. See, today, if I understand properly, if we understand properly, uh, maybe earlier, let us say, before this AI tool comes into picture, let us say 5 years back or 4 years back, so, for example, students, what they will do if they get a mail from their HR, getting an offer letter from the HR, students will think one or two times and they will give a proper professional reply email. This normally students does. And even we get a offer letter for job, we do professional email. Nowadays, what do you do? Once the offer letter is getting, we'll upload the offer letter in any chat GPT or Cloud AI tool and say, give me a professional reply email. So it gives you email, you copy and paste it and send to the company. So here the thinking ability is lost, right? People started or people never start thinking when Gen AI comes into play. So that is the biggest threat which I see in generative AI. The more advantages it has, the only biggest disadvantage is it takes away your thinking. So always remember that using AI tools are good, but don't lose your creativity or your critical thinking because it is your knowledge which has to be transisted using the tool. It is not that tool gives you everything and you blindly believe on it. So that should not happen. This happens most of the time. And that is where people say that using Gen AI is a threat. So adoption rate is very low in institute because of only these reasons. Okay. Now you can try a problem. Maybe many of them are using ChatGPT here, so I will not tell that. But still, if you want, you can try it in interactive example. You can choose a task. Either you can choose to summarize text or you can create a lesson plan. For example, I have a syllabus. I have a machine learning syllabus. I can create a lesson plan for the machine learning syllabus. Only thing is you have to give a prompt as like that. See, for example, AI generated output. So lesson plan, photosynthesis. So for example, there's a subject called photosynthesis. Okay. Objective, students will understand the process of photosynthesis, key points. Okay, plants use sunlight CO2. So these are the generated prompts. So I'm giving a prompt as create a 5-minute lesson on photosynthesis for high school students. This is the prompt I have given, right? And the output you're getting is a structured output. Now this prompt can be refined more. I will talk into further slides, right? So this is what the capability of generating AI. Now capabilities with illusions. What I was mentioning. It is a powerful partner. Always remember that generative AI tools is a powerful partner, but not a perfect professor. It cannot be a perfect professor. So that is 100% it cannot be a perfect professor, but it is a partner. It is my partner. Okay, it cannot be a professor. So what generative AI can do? Okay, one is accelerate ideations, brainstorm topics, research questions, and perspective fast. So you have to what can you say? For example, today if I go to any AI tool and ask what are the most current happening technologies in 2026, or what is the most current happening field in 2026, it gives you a list of ideas. From there, you should understand what is best for me and choose for that. So that is acceleration ideation. You not search for problems. You have a repository to take problems. From there, you can start on building. The next one is it can be a tutoring. It can tutoring, explain in tutoring, simplify complex concepts with examples and step-by-step guidance. So gamification. For example, you say Khan Academy. One of the things where you has a gaming kind of application. So gamified applications can be created for every subject. So explaining and tutoring. Then draft and structure. We can create outlines, summaries, rubrics, lesson plans, literature synthesis. These are the capabilities of it. Then we can do code, simulate and practice scoring, generate data, case studies, quizzes, and role play scenarios. Then, so we talk about today. We talk about what is it? Think, share, and pair. We learn about all the pedagogical methodologies, right? Teaching tools. So your GenAI tools can do the pedagogical methodology. Think, pair, and share. So we have a role play scenario here. This is more of a think, pair, and share. So instead of interacting with a human, we do with the AI tool. That's it. So I'm having an idea. I'm sharing an idea to my AI tool. My AI tool is sharing it too. But the only thing is, we cannot be verified whether it is ethically right or wrong. We don't know, but still we do that, right? Then enhance access and inclusivity. Okay, so translate, adapt reading level, and support diverse learning styles. So these are some of the generative AI tools can do. And on the other side, illusions. What generative AI cannot do. Okay, it is not a truth mission. You should understand it is not a truth mission. Can sound confident, but may produce plausible sounding incorrect information. So hallucinations. Hallucinations more. What is hallucinations? For example, I'll give you a very simple example. Okay, hallucination. But for example, in our examinations, okay, for example, if I give a question paper to my student and I give a question to him, give an answer. If, for example, if I have not studied the question, if I'm a student, if I don't know the question, but I'll have an hallucination in mind. For this, I'll have a point. For example, machine learning. Explain about supervised learning. But I don't know what is the methodology of the supervised learning. But supervision means what? Somebody is monitoring me. This is the idea basic students learn. Now we start on that monitoring. He used the word monitoring and start generating or writing his own stories. That is called hallucination. Imagining something which will never happen or which is not related to the context. Right? So hallucinations that we cannot control here. Then it is not a replacement for human judgment. Human judgment. You cannot replace human judgment with your AI tool. Okay. Okay. So why? Because it lacks critical thinking. The most important factor is ethical. We could talk about AI governance. So most of the AI LLMs are lagging in AI governance. So we cannot blindly believe the AI tools. It is not a secure memory. Does not truly know your sources or preserve privacy data. Then it is not an original researcher. Because as I said, it has hallucinations, right? We cannot control hallucinations. So it's not a original researcher. Then not a set and forget solution. Output requires verification, iteration, and proper prompting. So the more the better your prompt, the more better answer you get. But we cannot say it's an accurate answer. It is the responsibility of again the human to validate it whether it is right or not. So the human in the loop strategy has to always be here. For example, let us say that as a faculty, so I'm handling a subject called natural language processing. So I'm taking a topic called tokenization. Now, if I ask ChatGPT give a one-page summary about tokenization, it will give me some content, but the tokenization will be industry context as well as book context also. Now, for example, in our college, we have a prescribed syllabus. There, in the textbook, there will be something different. But what is generated by your tool is something different. Now, that is where the real problem comes. How do I validate this? Now, if I'm a professor who is having natural language processing, if I don't know about natural language processing, if I blindly believe AI tool, then that is always a risk factor. because it cannot be right all the times. So this is the one thing which you have to keep in mind as a professors. We have to keep in mind. So the real power will be human expertise plus AI speed control. That is what I'm talking about. Human in the loop strategy. You should always think human in the loop strategy. Okay. So this is what the curious question will be asked at this. Okay. How will you combine human insight with AI capabilities to teach deeper and research faster? Okay. So as faculties, you have to think of this question. How will you combine human insight with AI capabilities, teach deeper and research faster? Today, if I'm not wrong, around probably in the year 2025, there was around 1,200 edtech startups which are leveraging generative AI has been into the market. Sustainability is a different story, but there were 1,200 across the country. There was 1,200 edtech startups which were trying to leverage generative AI has been established in the market, and still they are looking for business across institutions and everywhere. Right. So that is the power generative AI. Generative AI creates opportunity, but also it creates a threat. You remember that. So how do we overcome the threat? That is the question I'm trying to ask. Now, so how generative AI is used from content delivery to learning experience. Okay. So before AI, I'm talking about the previous thing. Okay. What teacher centered and time consuming. So we spend hours in creating material. So for example, before getting into the class, as professors, we all have a target, right? We prepare our syllabus, we prepare lesson plans, we prepare notes for 5 minutes, we do everything. We spend hours of time in doing that. Then one size fits all, some content for every student, same content for every student. For every student, we give the same content. We will not give for each and every student separate content. Manual and reactive. Grading and feedback take days because we do everything manually, right? Previously, we used to do everything manually. Limited engagement. Okay. Hard to personalize or speak or spark curiosity because as a faculty, my mindset will always be focusing on completing the syllabus. Thereby, I forgot to create curiosity. So that is something which is happening before AI. Now, after this generative AI, what happened? This student centered and impact driven. Okay, now you can see the transformation. So before AI, it was teacher centered and time consuming. Now, because of generative AI, it becomes student centered and impact driven. So that is the changeover. Okay, so minutes. So generating notes is minutes, not even hours. Okay, instantly create lessons, slides, example quizzes. Students never depend on this. Okay, students never depend on this. They directly upload the data and see what is information they are getting. So they learn by themselves. Next, personalized learning. Adapt content to each student's level. So for example, if I'm a faculty, I'm handling machine learning, I give a notes to my student. Now every student will use their own prompt to understand the concept. They will not do the same prompt. For each and every student, they have their own understanding of the prompt and they give the prompt and learn the answer from that. So I cannot say that X student and Y student have the same learning after generative AI. My understanding of, let us say, a topic, right? My understanding of deep learning is something different. Other student understanding of deep learning is something different. So the way they see the concept itself changes. It is not same for all. But when it was teacher centric, if I'm a teacher, I say this is the concept. Every student will follow that. But now that doesn't happen. Now, rapid and meaningful feedback. AI assisted grading with clear, constructive suggestions. That is one more advantage. And finally, active and curious classrooms. Interactive activities, real world examples, and deeper discussions. Now, for example, if I go to ChatGPT, right, I'll tell you a classical example. So there was a concept. There was a biggest line in data structure. There was a concept. Let us say stacks. We teach stack in class. Okay, those are annual data structure. We talk about stack, list, queues. Now I know what is available in the book. Now we can be bookish oriented because as a faculty we need to cover the syllabus. We teach something. Now if I ask them a real life example, some students may ask, some students may not ask. Now students may take the help of AI to ask a real life example of stacks or queues, and they get information from that and study. So that is what active and curious classroom. So yeah, AI tool become a classroom nowadays. That is what I'm doing. So generative AI turn teachers into learning architects. So this is what generative AI makes us. It makes us to a learning architects. Okay, what becomes possible? Design, differentiate, connect, and inspire. So the biggest shift nowadays happening is from teaching more content to igniting more learning. So it is not about content, it is about the learning, right? So that is the shift we are seeing right now. From teaching more content to igniting more learning. Next, we'll see some use cases. Okay, we'll see some use cases. Now, first use case. Okay. Oh, sorry. So now this is the use case. Now, what is the input? Okay, what the instructor provides. So now I'm giving a topic example as photosynthesis in plants. I'm giving my learning object. This is the prompt which a user is giving. These are the prompts which user is giving to the AI tool. It may be any AI tool, right? So my topic is photosynthesis in plants. My learning objective, I'm giving a learning objective. Explain the phase of photosynthesis, analyze factors affecting the rate. Then, for whom I'm delivering this, for whom I'm trying to convey this. Second year biology students, 45 minutes. What is the time here? So 45 minutes per hour, right? So 45 minutes. So it is a mixed level. It should be both theoretical as well as practical. Preferences include a real life example, add a quick quiz and diagram. So these are all the prompts, proper prompts to be given. Okay. Now what your AI is, on the other hand, what your generative AI acts as a co-pilot. It acts as your co-pilot. It doesn't act as a professor. Remember that. It acts as a co-pilot. It creates a structured outline that is logical flow with timing suggestion, explanatory content, visuals and diagrams, then active learning elements. So these are the tasks which generative AI is doing in the backend, right? We can say the brain, LLM brain. The large language models are doing the backend. Then finally, the output will be something like this. Okay. So photosynthesis in plants, lecture outline 45 minutes. So first 5 minutes, what is the topic? Next 15 minutes. After the 15 minutes, so it gives a separate timing for each and every topic. Then it gives me a ready to use slide preview, and then finally a quiz. So whatever I ask, I get in the easiest manner. Now, it is the duty of that particular teacher to assess that whether it is producing a valid content. Now, if I am a person who don't know about photosynthesis, whatever it gives, I say it's correct. Okay, so that is a threat here. If you are generating something, you should understand what I'm trying to generate and whether it's the right answer. Now, for example, let us say that if the output is not up to your expectation, so you know about the concept well, but you think that is not up to your expectation. Again, you have to reiterate the prompt. The thing you have to do is you have to reiterate the prompt. Okay, this is the overall process of one use case which I'm trying to tell you. So, what is the prompt? What is the output we generate? Hope everyone are following me. If yes, you have any questions, maybe you can. Hope everyone following me. Yes, are everyone following? Any questions or something in there? Participants? If yes, just give at least a thumbs up. That will be fine. So,
Yes, sir. There was one question. This
yeah.
was from Dr. Sheetal. How can we make AI sustainable to the environment? That was one
Yeah.
question which had come in, sir.
Okay, I'll just answer the question and then go to this. Okay, so how
Yes.
to make AI sustainable? Okay, that's actually a very good question. So as I was telling, right, today we are building a platform to make AI sustainable because AI can be sustainable only when it is what is that? Only when it is AI governed, or let us say that institution control to make an AI sustainable. For example, particularly in the institution level, it should be institution control. Now, today the threat of using AI is that it can generate anything. AI can generate anything. See, you can ask about medical, you can ask about anything. There is no control over what we are trying to ask. Now, that is the threat of AI. Okay. Now, to overcome this, to make it sustainable, we have to make it as a governance tool. So that is one important thing, AI governance, where you think about the ethical considerations, right? This is where people are trying to build as a novelty factor in any platforms. Okay, because the challenge for any educational institution to adopt generative AI. Now I said no, many of the institutions are not going towards generative. The reason is that we don't have the control of the content because See, I have, for example, let us say I will take about Stanford University. Okay, if I talk about Stanford University never use a tool like AI, ChatGPT for the institution level. Why? Because if you look at the Stanford University syllabus, it is something very unique. Their syllabus is something very unique. They don't want their data to be shared to an AI tool. If at all they want to be shared to an AI tool, it should be AI governed tool. So it should have its own control. There should be a control over the content. And that is where sustainability comes into play. Now, if I don't have the control over my content, now yeah, sustainability is completely lost. So this is where so institutional control and AI governance. If I'm putting it right, it is called as institutional governance and AI or institutional control and AI governance. This is the only area where we can be sustainable. Okay, and that is a to be very frank enough, the challenge because as an advisor of tech startup companies, the challenge for many institutions is that okay, I'm using it because we have an LMS platform. Most of the institute would have an LMS platform without AI, if I'm not wrong. Most of the institutions would have an LMS platform without AI. But as a teacher, sometimes you may hesitate to bring AI. Any reason for that? As a teacher, you may hesitate to bring any AI students. Is there any reason for that? Anyone? Any answers? As a teachers, we always feel okay. Many teachers, if I'm not wrong. For example, if I ask a maths professor, he would not go towards the AI tool. What is the reason behind it? If I ask a mathematics professor, sir, can you trust the AI tool, or will you adapt AI tool for your, let us say, probability and statistics or any subject? What will be his answer? Any guesses?
Sometimes we cannot rely on the information just like that, sir, because even when we upload a problem to check whether ChatGPT or any other, AI is not able to do it in the right way.
Exactly. So that is
Yeah,
what we see.
because we get a wrong answer. We've seen that many times.
Exactly. So we are giving a prompt. See, that is what. See, now to make it, we talk about agentic AI. So I think most of them heard about the term agentic AI and LLMs, right? These are two fields in the market. Now, one thing or one area where people are trying to bring this into is agentic AI. That is called as RAG models. I don't know how many of them heard about this. Retrieval augmented generation. This is where agentic AI comes into place. Now, LLMs are just brains. LLMs are just brains, right? So, brains can imagine a lot of things. So, that imagination is putting as an answer to you. So, that is where most of the times data goes wrong. But when you talk about agentic AI, when you talk about agentic AI nowadays control risks. So, it can be institutional specific agentic AI. For example, I can build an agent AI from institute alone. Now, what is the issue? Now, I'm putting it very technically here. Just sorry for that. So we talk about a term called guardrails. I don't know how many of them heard this term. Guardrails. Guardrails is nothing but protecting our content. So agentic AI is the one area where we can try to protect our content, provided we are implementing the AI governance in the infrastructure. If you are not having the AI governance in the infrastructure, again, it is a threat to any institute. So agentic AI can be specific to an institute. Okay, but it should meet the criteria called as institution specific, or I can say that as AI governed tool. It should be AI governed tool. If that is not an AI governed tool, then again there is a risk. So that is why many people hesitate. But trust me, there are many tools here which can simulate mathematics also. For example, if I want to understand the linear equation of a line, there is a tool today which can simulate it and show me that how it happens. So there are tools here, right? So at the end of this one, okay, I'll try to show a video. What is the power of AI can do? That is a tech startup company you are trying to do. I'll try to show you the videos. Right? So now another example. Okay, another example is this assessment design. So how we are designing the assessment? Okay, again you give a proper prompt. Okay, so what is the prompt given for? So grade 10 biology plus mixed ability, class size for 30 students, timing is 15 minutes. So for 50 minutes for 30 students, what kind of assessment they are going to give? So higher order thinking level, even you can bring Bloom's taxonomy, because for NBA and other kind of things you have to add Bloom's taxonomy. Even that you can bring it here. You can bring the Bloom's taxonomy level here and generate questions. And again, it should be validated by a teacher. That is a human in the loop strategy. If there is no human in the loop strategy, then again it's going to be a challenge, because you cannot validate whether it is right or wrong. So again and again, what I'm trying to suggest is the assistive tool. It can minimize a complex task, but it cannot replace it. That you remember. Okay. So that is the only key which I have to take it from here. Likewise, what we can have here is the feedback and evaluation. Also, we can have a feedback. We can generate rubrics. So, what kind of rubrics? Student submission. So, input, essay report, okay, essay report, code, problem solution, presentation, question reports, context, and rubric. Example, biology lab report. You can have a rubrics here. So, for content accuracy 40%, analysis 30%, structure and clarity 20%, user evidence 10%. And your AI model generates the score, gives a critical analysis of the score, it does a breakdown, and finally students feedback report will be given. So, for example, if a ex student is submitting an assignment to me, I upload the assignment and get the criteria, rubrics set to that. Based on that, AI model understand that rubrics, understand the context of the answer, and still it provides a grade. But this grade is not 100%
சேர்க்கிற
accurate.
மாதிரி இருந்தா ரொம்ப ஃபீஸ் கம்மியா இருக்காது. ஒரு நிமிஷம். ஆக்சுவலா எனக்கு ஒரு போயிட்டு இருந்துச்சு, அதை ஓபன் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கு. சரிங்களா? இப்ப நம்ம ஊர்ல எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, நான் திண்டுக்கல்ல இருந்து தான்.
Oh, thank you. And this is something about what we will do today. So the next one is, okay. So these are some of examples. Now, this is something research, which we are talking about, research transformation. Now, as a faculty, okay, in today's reality, we know that every faculty has to publish a paper. Okay, it may be an assistant professor, a professor, lecturer, whoever it is. The challenge is, as an individual, I need to publish papers. Now, I'll put it out of 100 people in an institute. If I say 100, out of 100, only 20 will be active. Not even 20 nowadays. Maybe 15 will be actively publishing papers in a highly reputed journals, either Q1 or Q2. Most of the people will try to publish paper only in conferences, that too with the students' conferences, maybe their projects or whatever it is. Now, what is the challenge here? So, how AI will help in doing this research transformation, right? So, before what we do is that normally to write a paper, what we have to do? Weeks to sift through papers. So, we have to research a lot of papers. We have to refer IEEE website, we have to refer Science Direct, we have to take a paper based on our particular topic. So, if I say, if I want to do Parkinson's disease, okay, I want to predict Parkinson's disease, I want to do research in that. Now, you have to understand what are the research has been done in Parkinson's disease. For that, what you have to do? You have to search n number of papers. So, weeks to sift through papers. Then, hours of cleaning and coding data, struggle to organize findings. The basic factor where we struggle is novelty. What is the novel thing we are going to find? What is the problem and what is the novel thing we are going to do? That is a challenge which you are facing in the research field. Okay. So days of writing and formatting, limited time for high impact thinking. Because we are not only bound to this, we are bound to many other. As a human, our thinking is always not oriented towards research only. Because we have many factors influencing us. And apart from that, we are doing this job. Now, this job has been done by AI. Now, if I have a research SQ, for example, how many of them know about the tool called Litmaps? Have you ever used called a Litmaps? LIT, Lit, MAPS, Litmaps tool. Litmaps is one of the research tool where you can find papers and summary of all the articles. Now, this sorts out my problem more a bit. So, for example, sir, I want to have a review of a literature papers. So, I have 20 or 30 literature papers, but I need a summary of all these literature papers. How do I do it? I'm not having time to learn. So, how can I do it? That is where one tool which I know, there are many other tools, but one tool which I know and which I used and tested is Litmaps. It is an academic oriented Litmaps that we can generate Litmaps and we can do a conceptual mapping also. A conceptual mapping also can be done. So that is one of the tools. So what AI, after generating AI, how research is transformed? Smart literature discovery, rapid hypothesis study design, AI powered data analytics, draft and enhance publication, impactful dissemination. Since I'm a reviewer for many journals, right? I'm a reviewer for at least 10 to 15 journals. I can very strongly say that out of 10 to 15 papers, right? Minimum 2% of papers are generated by AI. I can very honestly say that out of 10 to 15 papers which I do a review, minimum 1 or 2% of papers are being generated by AI. That we can easily identify. Right. So people use AI tool nowadays to understand the context. See, for example, I have 10 survey papers. How long you will take to read the 10 survey papers? Because practically, I don't know, those are actively involved in research may know this, what I'm trying to tell. If you take an IEEE paper and start learning the paper to read the entire context and understand the entire terminology, minimum you require 2 months. If you're very sharp enough, minimum 2 months. If you're not that good sharp enough, if you're not able to understand the contextual meaning, it takes more time. This is the level of understanding we take from a standard IEEE papers or science direct papers, whatever it is. Now, after this AI has been evolved, it directly, if I upload the paper and say that, okay, give me the abstract and the methodological information in this tool, it gives you a very good summary. That is the power of AI. So instead of spending hours of time in that paper, my AI tool summarizes me neatly and says, okay, this is the content I have identified in this paper. And again, I repeat that it is not 100% accurate. To be very honest, it's not 100% accurate, whatever content is generated. But I can validate the content, it is more or less what I'm expecting out of it. So that is where it solves my research purpose. So 70 to 80% less time on literature review and drafting, 2 to 3x faster iterations of ideas and experiments, broader impact, clear writing in visuals, reach wider audience. Okay, so AI doesn't replace researchers, it removes friction so they can focus on discovery. This is what AI does. Okay, now you can see here. Okay, example in action. If I give a topic, climate change and urban heat islands. This is the topic I'm giving. Okay, climate change and urban heat islands. So what AI does? AI maps 500 plus paper in seconds. It maps 500 plus papers in seconds. Suggests novel variables and study design. Analyze satellite data and reveals key patterns. Then generate and publish. Now I'll tell you one tip for you. So those are trying to do a research. If at all, if you are trying to use in ChatGPT, help of papers, right, like these AI tools, one thing which you always give is that make sure your context is grounded. Okay, the prompt which you are giving, no, make sure that the prompt is, for example, I'll tell you one scenario which I actually tried and worked out very well. So I'm uploading a paper, right? Okay, I'm uploading a paper. Now I'll tell that you are, okay, you are a researcher. You give a prompt that I'm telling ChatGPT that you are a researcher. Okay. Now you are trying to find the key insights from the 10 papers, or let us say 4 papers which is uploaded. You have to find the key insights and you have to summarize them. Now, when I see the results, it will become more impactful rather than uploading 10 papers and say that give the key insights of the 10 paper and saying that ChatGPT that you are a researcher, give me key insights from this 10 paper. There is a difference between these two prompts. Maybe you can try. The one generally asking and one I'm saying ChatGPT as a researcher, the difference will be there. So that is what I mean. Prompt engineering is something very important which we have to learn. If you don't understand prompts, then using AI tool is always what I can say. I will not say waste of time, but we are not getting the clear content what you want. Okay. Then this one. Okay. Then next very important thing is literature review with AI. So this is what I'm talking. Literature review with AI. Search manually and read. Now what you can do? Save time. So everything. So instead of reading thousands of literature papers, AI will do that for me. But there are many literature review tools. Now, for example, see what AI do. AI has access to Scopus, Web of Science, Arwix, PubMed. It refers from them. For example, so how do it refer Scopus, Arwix, Web of Science? So in every article you have a DOI number. Am I right or not? So whichever article has a DOI number, it has the access to take it. So those articles which don't have a DOI number, your ChatGPT face is difficult to access it. But when an article has a DOI number, right? When an article has a DOI number, it directly takes the content and extract the content from it. Now, for example, I published a paper. My paper doesn't have, or my journal doesn't have a DOI number. Now I'm trying to get the insights from it. Okay. Now I'm saying that, for example, I tell you one journal. There is a journal called, it's an environmental journal. Okay. Journal of Environment Science. Okay. So if I say the journal doesn't have a DOI number, it doesn't give a DOI number. Now, if I want to understand the references from that paper, if I give the website name and collect the information from the papers, if I say that, it will not do properly. It will hallucinate the content. It will not give me the original content, or at least more or less equal content. Okay, so this is the challenge which again you have. For example, if you want to refer from Springer or Elsevier or Hindawi publications like these papers give DOI numbers, and there are many other papers widely use DOI numbers. Journals which don't know DOI numbers, ChatGPT hallucinates the content more, much more than the journal which has a DOI number. You can test it. So this is something which you have to understand from the AI too. So whether I is smart enough to do with it or what I need to understand from it. So as a person, I need to understand the context of the paper which I'm trying to search, and you have to validate the paper. If you are not able to validate, blindly taking the data from that, pasting it and submitting to a journal, it gets rejected. So this is something where AI should be followed methodologically and critically. Okay. Then next one is academic writing support. What is academic support? What is academic writing support? Okay, so academic writing support. This is nothing but, see, many people they do a writing services. The writing services cannot be done by them. They generate through ChatGPT and then they find through the content. For example, sir, I have a starting trouble. Okay, many people have a starting trouble in writing research article. Okay, so my topic is this. You have a topic. So, for example, my research is wireless sensor networks and reinforcement learning. I want to combine both. Let us say that I want to have a reinforcement learning in wireless sensor networks. This is the thought process I have. But I don't know from where to start, how to start, what are the topics to search for. Now, this will be a good tool for you to start with. Now, when you say that, I have in my mind wireless sensor networks and reinforcement learning, I want to what do you say, club these things. What kind of research I can do? Be now always ask a question, be evident or be verified from the web sources. Now it will give you proper links, proper papers, what are the research has been carried out. From there you can start building. This is where if I say that I blindly know a topic, but I don't know how to start, where to start, this tool is more useful for everyone. Okay, so most of the people would have a starting trouble, to be very honest. Even I do have a starting trouble, right? So when I do want to do a research, I have a topic in my mind. Okay, this is the topic I want to do. But what has been done previously? Has there anything been done previously? Now, previously, what we do is before this chat GPT, many people are from the previous generation. We know that. Before this chat GPT, what we do, we go and search in Google. So how Google gives the answer? Any idea? How Google gives the answer? We write something, type in Google, and Google gives us the information. Am I right or not? It gives a list of links. How it is going? How it is doing? Anyone? Previously, before this ChatGPT and all evolved, to search any paper, we go and type in Google. Then it gives a set of results to me. How it gives the results? Any answers? How
It
it
gives
gives
from
the
the various sources based on the keyword that we are giving.
yeah keyword, but more
Uh,
importantly, yes, ma'am, you're correct. It's a keyword.
Most of the time, it goes to the research gate or a particular website. It shows only the websites, and then you log into it, and then you take the paper. So now it becomes easy after ChatGPT. It actually retrieves all the key searches of the topic, and then it gives you all the paper.
Yeah. So
Right. So yeah, it was difficult earlier, but now we can see it. It works in a very very easy manner.
yeah, and to put it more precisely, whatever solution is there, and to add on to that, okay, so Harshita ma'am said search engine optimization, yes, SEO, search engine optimization. So what that optimization is all about ranking. We talk about ranking system. So Google ranks the preferences, and based upon the ranking, the paper will be generated. So if you look at many of the articles, it's based on the ranking system. Google does it on the ranking system. It doesn't blindly give you the data. Only based on the ranking system, it gives you the data. So this is something which you have to understand. So Google follows a ranking system, top ranking, and from there onwards it goes like it. Now there we use the deep learning, natural language processing model, but here we are using advanced generative. Now those models are deterministic and based upon ranking, but generative AI is completely probabilistic. So it understands our context and throws contents to us. But whether it is valid or not, again, it is a duty of us to understand whether it is valid or not. Right? You have to cross your feet. For example, the most important threat is now if I write a paper and if I ask for references, whatever the references generated by a chat GPT, it gives you a reference articles, okay, cited by so and so. For example, you can see here, right? Smith J 2023 social media use and mental health, okay, journal adolescent studies 45 2. This is the journal name, right? This is generated by ChatGPT. Now, the biggest threat is we blindly believe this. So, you should not believe this. You should understand this whether it is artificial or originally it is present because it may be a hallucination thing also. Okay, it may be a hallucinatory content also. So, you have to be very particular about it. This is something where you have to understand a lot. Okay, it may be a hallucinated content also because the threat of writing a research article is that see if I ask give some 10 reference papers, you give me 10 reference papers, but always make sure that the reference papers are actually available because it may be hallucinating content. Now if you go to Google and search Smith year 2023, if you search for this article, if it's not giving you information, then it's a hallucinating content. But many people avoid this. They don't particularly do this, but as a faculty, as a researcher, we have to check this whether what ChatGPT is valid or not. There will not be any paper in 2023 based with, but it gives them. Okay, so this is where hallucination plays a major role. Okay, we don't have control over the content. This is what I'm talking about. We don't have control over the content. We can give a number of prompts. It generates, but the citations or the papers it generates is valid or not. Again, we have to backtrack it. You have to cross check it. How do I cross check? You just go to Google and type that entire whatever content is being typed that, see whether you're getting any link. If at all you're not getting any link, then it's a hallucinating content. Again, there is a duty of us to backtrack it. Now that is the threat of LLMs. That is the threat of LLMs. Now, for example, if I use agentic AI for to build the same academic support using agentic AI. Now, for example, if anyone is willing to do a project, okay, on agentic AI, or any, if you're willing to give project to any students for agentic AI, you can try to build an agentic AI for academic rating support, which is grounded to verifiable sources. Because most of them would know how agentic AI works. Because agentic AI is tied to semantic meaning. So it understand my context. Okay, so my original context is understood and it adds the content to it and then give the data. But LLM, when I ask something, it gives me something. Maybe right or wrong, don't know. But you ask something, I know what is the word you're asking. So based on all the words, I give you a set of documents to you. You understand what it is. And one more thing, in LLM, whenever you notice in LLM, okay, or LLM is ChatGPT or Claude AI, whatever it is, you notice that. For example, if you give a prompt, you will get a content. Again, you resend the prompt. Okay. Again, you give the same prompt. It will give you a different content. So every time the contents keep changing. It will not be same. How many of them notice this? I don't know. Each and every time contents keep changing. It keeps refining the contents. So that makes now if I use agentic AI, so if I use agentic AI, will it solve my problem? It will solve, but not 100%. Your hallucinations will be eliminated drastically, but not to zero. Remember that. Your hallucination will be eliminated drastically. Why it is eliminated? Because your agentic AI is bound to what I give. For example, I am working in G Player College of Engineering Technology. Now I can build an agent AI for my college only. Now, if I ask information about any other college out from G Player, right? If I am trying to ask something college about NIT, a data from NIT, I build an agentic model. My agentic AI is fully based on G Player College of Engineering Technology. Now, if I give any document apart from Player College of Engineering Technology, any other content, okay, for example, a notes prepared by G Player College of Engineering Technology faculty. Now I get notes from other college faculty, right? Other college faculty. Now what it looks is that whether this faculty is in this particular college and the notes are generated by him. It verifies both and gives the authentic content. Now faculty name is different. It says that it is out of my context because it not belongs to G Player College of Engineering Technology. So that is what agent AI can do. It's an example. So agentic AI is more powerful. So that is why people always say that, are you good in agentic AI? Okay. Even because why I say agentic AI is not 100% accurate is one reason is that because agentic AI also uses LLM. Agentic AI, we use LLM. Okay. Since we use LLM in agentic AI, it cannot be 100% accurate. So there is some hallucinations. But LLM is complete hallucinations. But agentic AI is, since we use LLM as a part because it's a brain, right? LLM is the brain. Okay, so what we supply to the brain. So, for example, a central nervous system and brain are connected. The information goes to brain through a central nervous system. Now, LLM is something which don't have a central nervous system. It is just a brain. So, it is brain is just a full of imagination. It is not actual. It is a full of imagination. Now, when I attach a central nervous system, right? So, some information, some triggering is given to it. So, it be to the context. So, that is what we have to understand in practical. So that is what. So academic writing of this one potential project. If you want to build an agentic AI for this, you'll have a great scope. It can be very institution specific also. Okay, so it can be very institution specific. Then coding and analysis, as I said, coding also can be used right nowadays. I don't want to cover much about it. Now, this is what most of us should understand. What are the risks in academy? When I talk about generative, what are the risks we are facing? One is academic integrity risk. This is the first risk we are talking about. Dishonest practice like plagiarism. Because the more the generative you generate from AI tool is plagiarism. So plagiarism is something which is you cannot avoid when you use AI tool. So dishonest practice like plagiarism, cheating, or self-plagiarism that violates academic honesty. See, for example, using ChatGPT alone, I can write a paper, but the content of the paper can be a infringement of some other paper. So there may be a conflict of interest, right? So loss of credibility, disciplinary action, damage due to reputation. Okay. So copying content from sources without proper citations. Previously, I showed an example, right? Smith J 2023. That's improper. Even the citation is not available.
Respected sir, I
Yes.
request you, it's very interesting. I request you to kindly, because it's almost 3 o'clock, if you can kindly
Oh,
conclude
yeah,
the
yeah.
word.
In 5 minutes, I'll just complete.
Yes, that's me. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so one is academic integrity risk. Next one is research misconduct. Okay, then data privacy is the most important factor because, in fact, many edtech startup companies are focusing on the third one: data privacy and security risks. This is why people hesitate to use generative AI today in the market, right? So, data privacy and security is conflict of interest, over resilience, sometimes uncritical use of AI tools or technology without verification or understanding. Okay, so then mental health and workload risks. Mental health and workload risk because see we have a target in our institute. So per year per academic year we need to have 4 papers, two Q1, two conference papers. Now this makes us to use AI tool. We don't know. We never bother about it is typically right or wrong. We use AI tools to do some papers, to do some research papers, to submit it, or to prepare some notes. We use AI tools. That is again a problem here, right? Then last thing, what as a faculty we have to do? Okay, action plan for faculty. First one is build foundation and awareness, understand and explore. Okay, learn what generative AI can and cannot do. You should have that understanding. So to have that understanding, how do we understand that? You should attend workshops and training sessions. Okay, so you take a generative AI course, then explore tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Copilot, then review institutional AI policies and guidelines. This is something which you have to start. Then next one is identify use cases. Okay. Pinpoint areas where AI adds value in teaching or research. Okay. So in teaching or research where AI, so gamification is one area. So I'm teaching a topic, suddenly I can create a quiz. That is the area where my generative AI can play a huge role.
तो
Right? That is
सेकेंड
one.
सेमेस्ट्री जो है नहीं होगी होने हैं
Pilot
तो
and
डिपेंड फॉर्म ऑफ क्लास टेस्ट गूगल शीट गूगल फॉर्म क्लास क्लास टेस्ट करते हैं कोई इशू नहीं वैसे
yeah, thank you. So pilot and experimentation. Okay, start small and test. The next one is integrate and innovate. Integrate Gen AI into regular teaching and research workflow. Slowly start integrating. Okay, not immediately. Slowly start integrating. Okay, so try to use teaching materials to support writing, coding, data analysis. Slowly start using it. Then access and improve. Always reiterate whatever you are generating. Then lead and collaborate, contribute to the campus community and promote responsible AI adaptation. More important, responsible AI. That is something which is very important. So these are the action plan which is required for our faculty community. So ethical and responsible AI, privacy and security, human judgment first, continuous learning. These are the principles which is required to be followed by Gen. Okay, so ethical and responsibility, privacy and security, human judgment first, and continuous learning. Okay, so what are the supporting resources? Institutional AI guidelines and training, faculty learning communities, IT and library support services, Gen AI tool repositories, and prompt libraries. So this is what something. Okay, this is all about Gen AI. That's it. So thanks for your patience and listening. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Any questions from the participants? You can ask or post in the chat so that we can try to respond.
Participants, if you have any question, please go ahead.
Oh, I have given some clarity about what is the. So actually, I had a video, so time is up. So I don't want to waste much of a time. I'll try to show in some other chance if I get to have a session again. Right?
Okay. Sir, I would like to thank you on behalf of all the participants. Uh, this was an extremely enthralling session, and we learned a lot about the overall applications of AI in academia and research. Sir, Junaid sir, can you please allow me to keep my video on because it's not being allowed by the host. So I'm trying to keep
Okay.
it on.
Yes, yes. Technical team, please allow
Okay, now
the
it's coming,
video
sir.
so
Now
that
it's
Dr.
coming.
Sahili can. Yeah, thank you.
Now it's coming. Thank you. So I would like to thank Dr. Ranjit for giving us this extremely enthralling session. And I one question was already asked by Dr. Sheetal, and sir, you had already answered that. So with the permission of Dr. Junaid sir, I thank you once again for giving us this extremely
Just one thing.
thought-provoking
I'm
lecture.
sorry to interfere.
Not at all.
Just
Yes,
there was one question. There was one question raised by one of the participants, Harshita. How do you
yes,
differentiate AI and generative AI?
yes,
Now, Harshita, to answer your question, as I said in the beginning, AI is a probabilistic model. Sorry, AI is a deterministic model. For example, if I have a data set called image dog versus cat, now I want to predict whether the given image is a dog or cat. Now that is the AI model. So there are two data points, dog and cat data points are there. From that, we are choosing one with the highest probability. So the output will be determined. It will not be both dog and cat. And we don't have diversification in that. It will either show it's a cat or a dog. That's it. Now, when we talk about generative AI, for example, if the image is a dog image, we will get a dog sitting on a beach, a dog sitting on a jog, jumping on a wall, or a doggy walking through a street. These are the images which we can render. So this is diversification. This is a probabilistic model. So we have a set of probability, or we can say diversity. We have a diversity, but there is no what you can say. This is a diverse model, and this is not a diversification model. That is the only example which I can give. So AI is deterministic, generative AI is probabilistic model. So if you want to play with patterns, if you want to generate new patterns from the existing patterns, then you can use Gen AI. But if you want exact answer, so sir, this is what is there. I want to identify only this. Then you go with your traditional AI model. Hope I answered your question, ma'am. Is that clear?
yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the very nice explanation. Now, Dr. Junaid, sir, may I, with your permission, introduce the next speaker?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. So once again, I thank Dr. Ranjit, and now it's my honor and privilege to welcome our next speaker, Dr. Mohit Tiwari. He's an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Bharati Vidyapeeth's College of Engineering, New Delhi. His area of expertise include cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and secure digital transformation. He holds a BTech in computer science and an MBA in operations research and has contributed to multiple research publications, patents, datasets, and academic frameworks in the domain of AI-driven security systems. He's actively engaged in outcome based education, NBA processes, and innovative teaching practices with a focus on bridging academic concepts with real world applications. So I am absolutely certain that we will have an extremely enriching session with you, sir. Over to you. And like the last session, I request the participants to kindly ask their questions in the last 15 minutes. It is from 5 minutes to 5 minutes to 4 o'clock. So over to you, Dr. Mohit Tiwari, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir. Very audible, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I had just a lecture going on, so uh, got a bit late in joining. Uh, so I'm just catching my breath. I'm just running away from the class, coming here. Anyway,
It's all right, sir. You can
uh,
take your time because our previous lecture
no,
just
no,
got over just now. So please take your time. We can
it's
take
okay.
your
Okay,
time.
sir, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. So,
Yes, sir.
thank you once again, AMI Triple E, and it's been a very long association with Dr. Ahmed sir and my very good friend, my very long known associate, I should say. I don't have words for such a kind person and such a supportive person, always supported in my lots of things. So, thank you once again, especially from the bottom of my heart to Dr. Ahmed sir and the whole AMI Triple E Association. When he started this association, I was so eager to join this, and I think I was one of the few first persons to join the AMI Triple E Association. And anyways, so once again, very good evening and good afternoon to everyone. It's a very apt topic to talk about, and I have taken some case studies, 5 case studies, which we'll be discussing on how AI is adopted or being adopted in our uh, institutions. So I've taken one example from my college as well, and included some other. Uh, I'm sorry if there is any background noise because there is a function also going on in our campus. So
Sir, you are very clearly
apologies for that.
audible and there is no background noise. It's absolutely fine. Please go ahead, sir. It's
Okay,
absolutely
okay,
clear.
okay, all right. Okay, thank you, thank you. So, with the permission of everyone, I will share my slides. Just give me 2 minutes and we will move on with this. Ma'am, you need to give me permission for screen sharing.
Technical team, you're requested, please, to give sir the permission for screen sharing. Thank you
We
so
have
much.
given you the permission for screen sharing, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
It's saying host disabled screen sharing for
Are you
attendees.
trying to share from any other account or this one? This one with the right.
Actually, I am logged in into 2 devices because my
Okay.
desktop PC is not working. The mic is not working, so I had to join with mobile also.
Okay, so you can share your screen now.
Okay, thank you so much. If anyone can confirm, please, if the screen is visible to everyone or not.
It is visible, sir, and you are very clearly
Okay,
audible. Thank you.
okay, thank you so much. So, as the name suggests, yeah. So, in higher education, AI adoption, the topic is the some case studies on this adoption of AI in higher education. So, we are taking 5 real problems. I have given references to everyone so that you can cross check as well from verified sources, all cited properly, all verified from sources, and URLs and references are given everywhere so that they doesn't look or they are taken from the reputed sources. So we'll take 5 real problems, 5 real solutions, and what actually worked with AI and what was the problem, what were the solutions, So before starting, I'm Mohit Tiwari. I'm an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Bharati Vidyapeeth's College of Engineering, Delhi. And today's topic, as you all know, we'll be talking about how AI is being adopted in higher education, and to show that we have taken up 5 case studies in 5 different domains. So before we begin today, uh, just a little question. If anyone of your students, at least one of your students, has used ChatGPT or any AI tool in the last 30 days, or if you have used any AI tool in the last 30 days, uh, any anyone who has used, thank you so much. So many very exciting and excellent responses. So the state of AI in Indian higher education, this is taken from the data. As you can see on the last line, I have taken it from EY and FICCI Future Ready Campuses report October 2025, NAICT Year of AI Declaration December 2024. Uh, so this is the data which we can see. This is the state of AI in Indian higher education in 2026. So 60% of student AI use is permitted. 56% there are policies. That means 44% still lack with the strong policies. And 14,000 plus colleges, they are pushing this AI thing, and 38% have adopted this automated grading processes in their institutions. So, what we as Indian faculty are actually facing, so large classes which cannot be held, obviously, but the pace slows up in these classes. So, if you have, say, maybe 70 or 80 or 100 students in one class, obviously the pace is very impossible. There is no time to innovate. Overloaded faculties these days, everyone can understand. I, as a faculty, can understand this plight because I am also one of these uh, faculties like you. Overloaded with teaching part, with the admin part, and the research part daily on a daily basis. Students they use AI, but institutions don't offer them guidance as such, which I have seen here also. Uh, the assessments are old. ChatGPT can easily solve them, and students then they think that it's very easy to pass in the assignments, and the assignments are evaluated also. No automatic grading as such as we have seen in the previous slide, 38%. So that means 62%, 64% around is lacking automatic grading, right? So no, these are not complaints. I am a very positive person. I am not complaining here. These are problems with the design, and our AI can solve these kinds of situations. So let's see how, and we will take this as quickly as possible. Now, this is a real map where how AI is being used in the Indian universities, in teaching, in assessment, in research. Uh, so, in this session, we will be covering all the 5 true real cases from Indian institutions. So today's session is 5 case studies in 60 minutes. I don't think we don't have much time. So, anyways, so there are 5 case studies in 60 minutes. So I will try to wrap up as soon as possible. So first case study is teaching. It's our BVCOE Delhi. That's Bharati Vidyapeeth's College of Engineering Delhi. A 72 student class. Then assessment done by the faculty, then administration done by the faculty, then research done by the faculty, and in the last we will take up the national ecosystem, how what we are not using these days, right? So each case study I have designed in a similar way, which is what was the problem, what was done, what were the results, and what we can do as a faculty tomorrow. So all these four steps are common in all the case studies so that you can correlate each case study with uh, you know a common structure. So next is case study one, teaching part. So the classroom was failing, half the students and nobody was noticing. So this is from our college, BTech data structure classes. This is from AY 23-24 and 70 student class was there. So the problem was there were 72 BTech students, 30% were advanced, 40% were average, and 30% were struggling. So one lecture pace for everyone was going on. There was the advanced students were getting bored, struggling students were getting lost. Only 20% practice voluntarily, and the faculty saw issues only after when the exams were over. So the core problem is invisible failure. Students who are not able to understand why they are silent. Faculty who don't know until it's too late with the students. One size lecture, a single explanation is going on in the class. Uh, Although the uh, type of the students are different, but the lecture propose or the lecture uh, way is almost the same for everyone. There was no feedback, no nothing. So 30% advanced students, 40% average students, and 30% struggling students. So that was the structure. Now what happened? So we brought a solution. We brought AI into this. Now, AI is no magic. AI is run by humans. AI cannot replace humans. AI cannot replace human intelligence, nor it can replace human creativity. So we brought AI into picture. We diagnosed the gap. Three questions in Google form to identify which students are advanced, average, or struggling. It took only 5 minutes. Then three level prompt design, same concept, three AI prompts. So I will give you the prompts, what prompts you can use, and you can also use this in your classes as well. So first was beginner, which was analogy based, intermediate, example based, advanced, edge case challenge. So given them a edge case, and and then in class deployment, students will choose their level on their own. AI will explain at their pace. This is the keyword here, personalized teaching. Faculty circulates and mentors. Instead of lecturing to the void and lecturing to the empty walls and empty faces, students who are not able to grasp anything, they will see this difference. So, exit ticket. What did AI explain that you didn't understand from the lecture? So, faculty will review and adjust next week how we should plan. Now, this is not replacing the faculty or replacing the teaching load or the teaching ways that the faculty is adopting these days. This is making the visible teaching. Till now, it was invisible teaching. The teachers were also lost in giving the directions, and the students were also lost in grasping the subject. So, so these are the prompts which were given, and these are real prompts. As I told you, these are all verified data. So these are the three prompts which were given. You can choose or you can modify as your choice, but these what we used. So beginner prompt was something like this in data structure. Intermediate prompt was like this. In advanced prompt, the teachers who are teaching data structures, they can understand this. But this is just a general prompt, a general idea on which you can give this. And same topic, same 50, 60 minutes, three different learning journeys and all happening parallelly. And there was a huge difference. Now I will tell you how much it actually changed. So after 8 weeks, 62% practice attempts were there in comparison to 28%, more than double. 41% reduction in lost students, identified exit tickets or intervened, early. 18% improvement in the mid-semester scores, and 94% student satisfaction where they preferred AI-assisted class over traditional lecture. So number 72, end of semester survey. So what faculty gained here? So it was a win-win situation for both. Faculty also gained freedom from repeating basic explanations, more time for mentoring, real-time visibility who was struggling, and in the last, reduce post-exam surprises. And the gain which students took were explanation at their own level, ability to ask dumb questions without embarrassment in the whole class, self-paced practice, and higher engagement in the confidence. So these were the results from the case study. Obviously, few things we observed also. So 25% submitted AI output which was unread. Students stopped trying before asking AI. AI became a shortcut, not a tool. Vague prompts were given and vague answers were. So how we fixed it? Mandatory prompt journaling. Write prompt, explain why. AI then explain rule. Re-explain to a peer. Struggle first, policies, attempt 10 minutes first, and then spot checks, oral question in the next class. So these were the things. So these can be, now this is not a hard and fast rule that you apply in this way, but this can be a starting point for you, which I will suggest you few things that you can do from next week or whenever you find the time or whenever you find the zeal to work on this. So here the students is go. Students should think better with AI as a tool, not consider AI as a shortcut or a uh, short way to cut this. So case study one, this is the key takeaway and what we can do tomorrow. Tonight we can design three prompts, one concept from your lecture, write a beginner, one intermediate and one advanced AI prompt for it, takes around 20-25 minutes, 30 minutes. Then run a diagnostic, send a three-question Google form before your next class. Identify the struggling students before they fail in the next. And in this month, build a prompt library, best prompts collected, and then share with colleagues, build a department resource, and make a central repository where make a maybe a Google Drive or a SharePoint. Here we use Office 365, so we use SharePoint. You can use any other repository that you want, and then uh, keep on collecting it for every subject. So that maybe the next teacher who is coming to teach the subject next semester can use them or reuse them. So so in this way, you can start doing it, and it will improve. These are not faked or cooked up or generated or random results. These are actually proven tests. So we fix the teaching problem, but uh, next case. While we were designing better prompts, they were using AI to skip the assignment entirely. So case study two is about what happened next. Right. So students they figured out something faster. Obviously, they are more brilliant than us these days uh, than we did. So what they did, let's see. So case study two is assessment. Your student just submitted the perfect assessment assignments. It took them 4 minutes. So this is from a Delhi NCR. Some colleges we took. I'm not taking the name. So we from Delhi NCR, and it was done in 23-24. So what we did was now the problem was faculty noticed that submissions were longer, polished, and more confident after AI. Students cannot explain answers in the class. Same answers which they have written in their books or their notebooks. They cannot explain it. 68% show AI generation science when we checked it from generator tools, the detection tools. So copy paste culture supercharged by ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is like students' paradise these days. So 2000 word essay now takes 4 minutes. They generate the concept, they generate the words, and everyone's concept for the same. And false positive. There were some good genuine students also, but it, they were penalized also due to some false positives. So now this was a design problem, not a cheating problem by the students. So assignment was already broken. It tested recall, not thinking. Detection is a losing game. Turnitin caught 54.8% of the AI content. Accuracy fell to 17.4. So faculty flag around 54.5 of the AI submissions. So here the real question is: are we assessing knowledge, or we are we assessing the copying of the students? Let's see what we did. So the solution was we redesigned the assessment. Redesign the assessment, make AI irrelevant. Here we will ask context-specific questions that tie questions to local real events like analyze the cybersecurity breach at Ames Delhi 2022 using the CIA triad. Now this is a cybersecurity question. I'm a person of cybersecurity, that's why I've taken this. Anyways, you can take up any on which you are an expert. So ChatGPT can't fake local context knowledge. Here ChatGPT will give up. Then process documentation. Student will submit their thinking process, not just the answer. Show your draft, your revision, and explain what you changed and why. So you have to see the work is a little bit increased, but it's a one-time job. Then they will be in a habit to use the less AI uh, things. So AI cannot fake a genuine thinking trail. So yeah. So oral defense component, a random 5-minute oral follow-up on the submitted work. Explain this paragraph you wrote. Students who use AI without understanding will fail immediately. Collaborative and iterative task. Group the projects with individual accountability, weekly check-ins, peer review. AI can write an essay, but it can't fake a semester of collaboration. So here the goal is not to shame or catch the cheaters. The goal is here to design the assessment that can't be cheated. So, if I tell you one real small example, every year I take, every semester, in the fourth semester, I take summer training modules. Uh, I teach cybersecurity to students, and in the final evaluation, I allow them to use ChatGPT. I allow them to use books. I allow them to use internet. I allow them to use phones. I allow them to use anything, but I design the questions in a way that they will take more time finding through AI their answers in comparison to thinking and then writing about it. So in this way, we can also design the assignments or assessments so that they cannot cheat it through AI. It looks difficult, but it is not. Believe me, when you sit and do it, it will be easy work to do because we all are experienced and seasoned teachers who can easily defeat this piece of software. So we as a humans have designed it, right? So next is so here the paradox is we will be using AI to build better assessment. Use AI to generate multiple versions of the same question with local content. Say generate maybe generate 10 variations with Indian industry context. So I am taking this subject also, principles of management for engineers. So here I have used that content. Rubric design, ask AI to draft clear criteria that will reward critical thinking and not memorization. Oral follow-up and AI assisted grading. So if you use Google Classroom as LMS, there are options to make rubrics in this. I give project-based learning to students, and then I ask them to upload on the Google Classroom, and then I design the rubrics, and it will be graded automatically. So we can take this help, and the work is less and debit for us. So the results were AI generated submission gone down from 68% to 12% after oral defense was introduced. Every assessment cycle saved 4 to 6 hours, 22% improvement in critical thinking scores. Students were assessed on application, not recall, and almost zero false positives after redesign. So assessment type, like I have taken specific examples also. Essay questions before redesign they used to solve in 4 minutes. After redesign, it was content specific and the time was higher in solving this. Grading time 3 hours per batch with Grade Scope AI, another tool, it was just 30 minutes. Academic integrity, detection based before redesign. After redesign, it was design based. AI resistant assessment. Student engagement, low rate submission, and after redesign, it jumped quite a bit and it was high process and oral difference. So this is case study 2. But yes, there where there are some good things in this, the broader picture on the integrity is darker. So as you have been reading also, in Lucknow University between January to February to 2026, you might have heard this news that 116 of 121 PhD dissertations were flagged for AI generated content. This is from Times of India, March to 2026. Peer-reviewed paper in engineering proceedings, August 2025, warns Indian universities face a growing crisis. So this was taken from engineering proceedings, which is an MDPI-based paper from August 28, 2025. So AI detection isn't the answer for this. AI detectors average only 40% accuracy. So instead of making AI detection assignments or detectable. This is the source which we have taken from a research concept cited in Santa Fe CC Generative AI Research Guide. There are multiple review studies. So, in the note here, 68 to 12% result came from assessment redesign and not detection tools. So, the lesson here redesign the task, not the policing of the course. So, move on to the third one. So, this is the takeaway what we can do it. One assignment tonight. Take up one assignment from the students. Uh, Ask yourself, can ChatGPT answer this in under 5 minutes? If yes, then redesign it. Add a local context. Add a process requirement. A oral component depends on the subject. Add one oral question this week. Five random students after submission. Ask them to explain one paragraph. You will know quickly and immediately on the spot who understood and who didn't. And you can also use AI to just build your question bank. I have built it and put up on the website for students, and so that the students can download. Then you use this, and I have given references to it. So most is send assignment and try and do it. We will sure see success in this. Now, assessment was redesigned, integrity was restored, but faculty was still drowning, but in a different way. Now we have tried to fix teaching and assessment and freed up mental bandwidth. But then we looked, still the time was going on. 3.2 hours a week gone to questions the database could answer. Case study 3 is about getting that time back. So case study 3 is administration. So, as a faculty, this is faculty focused. It's exam week. Your phone is not stopping. You have answered the same question 40 times today. So, Delhi NCR, it's taken from pre-exam season week in 2023 from a Delhi NCR engineering college. Okay, so the faculty time is disappearing into admin queries. Average 3.2 hours a week lost. Repetitive queries about timetable, about hall ticket, about results, 30 to 50, 60 students asking the same questions. Messages they are arriving late nights and weekends. Faculty is answering on the WhatsApp during lectures. Zero value addition to the education. So 64 hours a week is lost. 20 faculty, 3.2 hours on an average. Cognitive load, interruption break during deep work, student frustration, delays trigger. The more you delay in answering, the anxiety increases and things go the wrong way. Just a simple solution of building a chatbot and integrating it with the college ERP. So connect to ERP, dialog flow, chatbot connected to college ERP system, real-time access to timetables, results, fee status, hall tickets, and syllabus. Deploy it on WhatsApp and website. Students will query via WhatsApp or college website, available 24/7, no waiting, no frustration, no query, no disappointments. Then it will train this bot on FAQ database, put up FAQs in this 500 historical student queries to train the bot. Hindi English bilingual support handles 85% of the query types. And then human escalation protocol. If there are sensitive queries or complex queries, they are automatically escalated to the exam coordinators or the faculty. So it will handle volume, and the humans will handle nuisance. So query type handled by chatbot. So it was designed like this: exam timetable handled by chatbot, hall ticket download handled by chatbot, fee deadlines handled by chatbot, and grade dispute. Obviously, a chatbot cannot do this, so a faculty has to get involved. And academic counseling, obviously, instead of giving it to chatbots. A faculty is much more better choice for this. So it take a scheduled appointment and then it can be resolved. So anything can be resolved with a conversation. That's my way of thinking. So case study results after 6 months, 74% queries were resolved by the bot. 3.2 hours faculty time recovered per week per faculty member. 91% student satisfaction and 24/7 availability. So challenges which we faced: ERP integration took 6 weeks. There were some compatibility issues. Hindi English code switching required custom training. Stale data or the historical data or legacy data caused 3 student errors in first month. Exam date were mismatching and all few things. And faculty, some faculty initially felt that they were being replaced. How challenges were resolved through this dedicated IT support for API integration, API integration, I'm sorry. Then weekly data sync protocol was published, faculty was briefed, bot will handle query, you will handle relationships. And then in the last governance committee formed to review the bot accuracy monthly. So it was done, and so audit your repetitive queries by the students. Just make a simple FAQ bot, maybe use KDO, Landbot, or maybe a WhatsApp business auto reply. Start with 20 FAQs. You might have seen so many. Even you can ask AI to develop common 100 FAQs. No ERP integration is even required to start. Just propose to your department, maybe a small student mini project can be done, and you can save so much of your time, and if things can be done in this way. So now 74% of the queries were resolved, 3.2 hours recovered. So what did the faculty do with that time? Now faculty had some free time. So this is case 4, where faculty was now updating their own profile by publishing research papers or research items or research things. The research paper they have been keeping on the shelf for last 18 months. So we will take up that example. So case study 4 is about what happens when an overloaded faculty members get her time back and uses AI to do something she thought was impossible. So now this is case 4. So case 4, we have a research idea. Everyone has a research idea. Literature review alone will take 2 weeks and the deadline is in 10 days. So we have taken one example from 23-24. One faculty was taken up and from Delhi NCR Engineering College. So now the burning question today: why Indian engineering faculty struggle with publishing papers? They have no time. Teaching and admin leave little research time. There are review bottlenecks. Literature review searches take too many hours. There are so many deadlines, pressure, grants demand reviews where ideas can be move forward, and few collaborators or very slow progress on the feedback. So, in the faculty member in this particular case had a good idea. She had it for last 18 months. So, just imagine she was just keeping it on the shelf for last 1.5 years. She never started because she couldn't see how to find the time. Right. So, this case study is all about that. Now we brought AI into this. So, research stage, she started with literature search. It took around 8 to 12 hours per topic after AI was introduced, particular semantic scholar. It's a very beautiful website. And Elicit, another beautiful AI tool, it took only 45 minutes. Then the next phase was gap identification, which involved days and weeks of reading. The AI summarizes 50 papers, highlight gaps in 2 hours. Next was outline and structure of the paper. It took 3 4 hours. ChatGPT or Perplexity or any other Claude or Gemini, it generates structured online in 20 minutes. 20 minutes is, you know, more. It can generate it in within 20 minutes. First draft of the paper, 2 to 3 weeks. So AI assisted draft in 3 4 days. Faculty writes, AI accelerates. Citation check, manual and error prone. Semantic Scholar plus Zotero plus Perplexity. It's verified, it's formatted. Grant proposal, if you want to send, she totally gave up. So, but with this, she submitted on time, funded by AICT. Elicit ORG, Semantic Scholar, ChatGPT, Claude, these are all I have explained here what they are actually. Now, obviously, I have taken some warnings as well. So, AI hallucinations in research, citation hallucination, fake sources look real, fake authors, journals, and DOIs. Uh, I have taken one example from one reference, Perkins et al. At 2024. Accuracy is dropping sharply, general rejection and reputational damage, serious risk to academic career. So always verify and cross check every AI generated citation manually. These are the rules with AI when you are drafting a research paper. Never cite AI generated references directly. Use Semantic Scholar for real citations. This is just my suggestion. Uh, Verify every DOI before submission. Declare AI use when journals require it. And SKI scaffolds and you own the idea. So AI in research multiplies logistics, not authorship. So AI is not the author. It's just accelerating your research progress. So the results after this, what the faculty member achieved, 8 hours to 45 minutes, one paper published in 8 months, first publication in 3 years, AICT funded research, 8 lakh grants secured, AICT research promotion scheme submitted on time, 18 months idea to submission down from never started to published. So this was the result the faculty got. So what AI did is it compressed the literature review from days to hours, generated structure outlines, suggested related work, formatted the citations, helped craft the grant proposal narrative. And what the faculty did was identified the original research question, designed the methodologies, conducted the actual result, experiments analysis, interpreted the results, wrote the intellectual contribution, verified every citation, and submitted and defended the work. So, done and dusted. Yeah. So, we achieved it. Now, there is a scalability problem. So, these faculty success stories are real, but obviously they require a lot of support that most Indian HEIs unfortunately have not yet provided. So yes, the scalability problems is there, obviously. Case study 4, this is the key takeaway. Try Elicit on the research question. Go to elicit.org, type your research question, see 50 papers in 10 minutes, free and no account required. This week, write a 200 word research idea. Use ChatGPT to structure it. I have given a sample prompt. You can try any other prompt that you want. Then verify the citations. Use DUI.org. Use Semantic Scholar. If it's not resolving on DOI.org, that means it's fake, right? So your reputation is depending on this paper. So be very careful with this, right? So any idea you have been sitting on for 6 months, now is the time to work on that idea and make that dream possible, right? Now, one faculty, one paper, one grant was done, but where yeah. So everything we have seen so far was happening at the classroom level. One faculty, one course, institution, case study is zooming out and it's going on the national level. India built the world's largest learning platform. There are 4 crore enrollments. It's totally free, available on any phone, but unfortunately, most of the faculty have never opened it. Can you guess that platform? Can anyone guess what that platform is? Any guesses? All right. Very nice.
MDL,
Swamam.
sir.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You people are more brilliant than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. NDLI is, I think, is the library, ma'am. It's a digital library. Swam NTPL. Very good, sir. Very good. Yeah. So, so this is the national ecosystem where 4 crore enrollments are there, 11,000 plus free courses are available on any phone. So SWAM and NPTEL, everyone, excellent responses for everyone. So Indian National AI Enabled Learning Platform. And what actually they are, so I think most of them are aware what they are. I'm just giving a brief about this and we will quickly finish this. SWAM is by MOE, uh, 11,000 plus courses around disciplines, free for Indian students and the faculties. AI powered quiz recommendation, mobile friendly, works on 2G and 3G. I am a living proof of this. I have worked on 2Gs and 3Gs, so it works actually. So I have taken this data. This is a little bit old data. So I have taken the live data, and for this, I have taken the data from Jan 2024. So NPTL, it is running from last 23 years, 23 years, and it's a joint IIT and IC initiative. There are 9,313 courses as of Jan 2024, 37.8 million plus enrollments, 4.89 million certifications are awarded, and it's a industry recognized credential which is accepted everywhere. Now, one of the faculty in this case study, they integrated NPTEL into her classroom. They identified the gap, assigned NTPL courses as a prerequisite for everyone. The particular course they required was mathematics for machine learning. Then it was they was teaching machine learning, but the students were showing some weakness in foundational mathematics part of the machine learning. So they used LMS and then redesigned lectures assume knowledge. The results 78% of the students completed the NPTEL module. The lecture comprehension was improved. Faculty say 4 lectures worth conditional time and content, and students earned a free IIT certificate. So, what this means for us, we don't have to teach everything from scratch. NPTEL SWAM can handle foundational content. Your lectures, our lectures can focus on application in depth, and students will. So again, a win-win situation for everyone, right? So these are the AI education policy. All my learned friends are aware of what NEP 2020 is, what are the guidelines, what are the curriculum frameworks. So I don't think we should be uh, taking up time on this, right? So this is a key takeaway what we can do. We can open SWAM or NPTEL. One NPTEL module we can assign to our students and pick one topic where students are not performing that well, and use your analytics or LMS or SWAM or Google Classroom, any elements that you use, and then see the differences. The last section, just before finishing it, what actually works in India and what consistently fails. So these were the case studies. Now a little bit the gist of all this. So honest lessons from the 5 case studies that we saw and the broader Indian higher education context you will see. So what works in India? Faculty led and not IT led. Every successful case was driven by the faculty member who took initiative. All 5 cases started with one class, one semester, one experiment. None waited for institutional permissions. WhatsApp first deployments or tools that work on WhatsApp get adopted. Tools that require new apps or logins, they didn't work. So structured prompts, not open-ended AI. Faculty who gave students specific designed prompts got better outcomes than those just said use ChatGPT. So combine AI with human accountability. AI will handle the volume, faculty will handle the nuance. The cases that failed removed human oversight entirely. Now the failing part, uh, pilot without governance, deploying AI without a policy for misuse, data errors create bigger problems. Detection only approach, as I said, don't try to catch AI cheating cases. Uh, we will just redesign our assessment in a way that AI cannot cheat it. Tools that require stable internet or expensive device will exclude 30-40% of the Indian students for genuine reasons. Giving faculty access to AI tools without training will produce random, inconsistent results. So faculty should be a little bit trained on how to use those AI tools. And replacing the human judgment, this is a total sign of failure where AI is replacing and not assisting human decision making. That will become worst of the worst outcomes. So, a human intervention, a human supervision, a human creative mind, a human intelligent mind should always be above AI. AI cannot replace, it can assist, cannot replace. So, that is the key word today, right? So, So, how India's leading institutions are now moving? Right now, IIT Bombay, AI first curriculum, Amrita University, they have used this predictive analytics and BITS Pilani, they are taking just examples, assessment redesign at scale. So, these outcomes are drawn from the institutional reports and faculty accounts. They are not audited, but the direction of change is consistent. I'm just showing the direction of change. These are not audited results. So, the question here is it's not whether our institution will adopt AI or not. The question is whether you will lead that adoption or you want to just left behind in this race, right? So we all want to move forward and not backwards, right? So make us a so these are the key insights which we have seen in these all 5 case studies. Uh, We can make a simple 30-day action plan from this session to our classroom. Week 1, choose one domain of your choice. Week 2, run, I'm really sorry, it should be week 2. So, week 2, run one experiment. Week 3, measure the outcome. Week 4, share with one colleague. And week 5, scale or pivot this. So faculty who were in these 5 case studies didn't have special resources, special technology, special permission. They had a decision, they had a zeal to do it, right? So before we leave today, just have a final reflection. What will you try? Just write whatever you want to do. Use AI more. Don't use this word. Specific 3 level prompt, a redesigned assignment, a FAQ list, anything. Share with one colleague, you will share this. And how will you know it worked? Define one metric: student engagement. If it's increased, then it is working. Time saved, submission quality. You can't improve which you don't measure. So, if you want to see your improvements, then you have to measure it, right? So this is one slide, the gist of everything I've spoken till now. Domain, assessment, administration, research, ecosystem. So this is just a gist of every slide. So this is my LinkedIn address. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn, or you can mail me on this email address if you have any questions, any doubts on this. Right. So thank you once again, everyone.
All right.
Yeah,
I
just a few
thank
lines,
sir.
just few
Thank
words.
you. Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you so
So
much,
thank you,
sir,
everyone.
for giving us
Yeah.
this extremely. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So in the last, I just want to say that we will be designing the future of AI in education and not the AI tools. So this was just a little session summary, and you can connect with me on these few things. And with this, I thank everyone for patiently listening to me and bearing with me. And I particularly thank Dr. Amir and AMI Triple E Association for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak in front of such learned, brilliant, and exceptional audience. Thank you once again, and have a nice weekend. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for this extremely enriching lecture. I see Manpreet Bhatti. The hand is raised. Is there any question that you would like to ask? All right. Then I thank Dr. Tiwari for giving us this extremely enriching lecture, and I'm absolutely certain the participants will actually use these information that you have provided in future. With this, I hand over the entire session to Professor Mandeep for the valedictory session. I once again thank you, sir, for giving us your time and helping us understand the application of AI. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctors Ghosh, for your excellent coordination of today's session. And heartfelt thanks to our resource persons, Professor Ranjit Kumar and Professor Mohit Tiwari, for insightful and highly relevant presentations on generative AI and case studies. Technical team, if you can kindly allow me to switch on the camera. Now, as we have now reached the concluding chapter of a one-week online faculty development program on AI tools and teaching, research, and academic writing, it is a distinct honor to transition into the formal valedictory ceremony. Over the past 5 days, we have embarked on an enriching journey to explore the transformative power of artificial intelligence. I would like to formally welcome our distinguished guests, speakers, and all participants to this closing session. To begin with, I would like to invite our program chair, Dr. Ahmed Ahmed, to present a brief report highlighting the milestones and feedback from these intensive 5 days.
Very good afternoon to all respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, coordinators, faculty members, researchers, students, few from the industry as well, and participants joining us from across the country and abroad. Today, as we reach the final day of this 1 week faculty development program, the topic on AI tools for teaching, research, and academic writing, I feel extremely proud and grateful. When we started this FDP on the 6th April, rather, I'll go back 1 month when we started discussing with Professor Amandeep from UIET regarding this FDP. We had a dream to create a platform where academicians from different disciplines could come together, learn, collaborate, and understand how artificial intelligence can transform teaching, research, and academic writing. Today, looking at the response and participation, I can confidently say that this dream has become a grand success, and I hope Professor Mandeep and all in the house will agree with this. We received a remarkable 14,083 registration to be exact. Let me find the exact data. Yeah. Uh, we received a remarkable 14,083 registrations for this FDP. And if we include repeated participations and outreach through our members and institutional network, we have reached nearly 2,000 participants from across India and even from outside the country, UAE, Germany, Poland, UK, University of California. So what makes this even more special is the diversity of participants. We had faculty members, researchers, and students from engineering, commerce, management, law, science, humanities, and many other disciplines. This clearly shows that AI is no longer limited to computer science alone. It has become relevant for every teacher, every researcher, and every academic institution. Uh, in this FDP, the institution participation, I'll say, is from SRM University, uh, Chennai, DAV University, IIT Sonpat, BS Abdul Rahman Crescent College, uh, Dr. C.R. Reddy College for Women, Aligarh Muslim University, and many more, and many more. The highest participation came from the Department of Commerce, Management, MBA, Computer Science and Engineering, Law, English, Chemistry, and Mechanical Engineering. This is a wonderful sign of interdisciplinary learning. Among all the participants, the largest group consisted of assistant professor, altogether 786 in number, followed by associate professors, research scholars, professors, lecturers, and students. This proves that the academic community is eager to learn, adapt, and grow with a changing technological world. Friends, the success of this FTP did not happen automatically. Behind these 5 days, there were tremendous teamwork, planning, and dedication. Since you all know, we were sharing this FDP through Zoom, and after 450, because 500 was our limit, we had to like switch on to YouTube as well, and live streaming on YouTube was also being done parallelly. So I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the technical team as well. Uh, Also, I'd like to express my sincere thanks to our Honorable Chief Patron, Dr. Gurdaman Lal Sharma, Vice Chancellor, SRM University, Sikkim, whose blessings and encouragement and guidance motivated all of us. I was like in touch of him from the very beginning of this FDP, and the topic was we discussed what can be a real relevant topic, and it was Professor Gurdaman Lal Sharma that he decided he shortlisted this topic to be for this FDP. So we are very thankful for him. He's very senior member of our association, and in every program that we conduct, conferences and workshops, we take guidance, and he's always ready. I also sincerely thank our patron, Dr. Gulreet Kaur, President of the AMI Association, our co-patron, Professor Ipsitananda, Chief Guest, Dr. Saurabh Amrutlal Dev, Guest of Honor, Dr. Bharat Raj Singh, Dr. P. Wilson, Dr. Amrita Singh. I'm proud to say that every dignitary associated with this FDP, now this is very important, like every dignitary associated with this FDP, from the chief patron to the speakers, convener, session coordinators, organizing committee members, the technical team, all are members of our MI or CMAOI association. So this itself is a proof that our association is not merely membership bodies. They're active academic communities creating real opportunities and real impact. Our resource person today, Mr. Mohit, is one of like the oldest member of this association, and he has been very cooperative. We always discuss how to take things further, and like he's always available for it. We discuss things late night, early morning, and we're always there with our members. So I would also especially like to thank our coordinator, Dr. Amandeep Verma, professor from the Department of IT, UIT Punjab University, Chandigarh, who is our life member. Her collaboration with this collaboration with the association made this FDP possible and extremely successful. She has been wonderful. Working together was like learning a lot from her. The partnership between UIET Punjab University and our association has been very fruitful, and I'm confident that this is only the beginning of many more meaningful collaborations. I also extend heartfelt thanks to our convener, Dr. Ravi Shekhar, the resource persons, session coordinators, host, organizing committee members, academic ambassadors, technical committee. Every person did his part with sincerity and commitment. I would like to make a special mention of our technical team who worked silently in the background every day, handling registration, Zoom links, certificate recordings, presentations, participant support. Because of the effort, only everything went smoothly. So I'd also like to assure all participants, which is very important, that all the PowerPoint presentations for the 5 days, 2 sessions each day, and the recordings of this FDP will be shared with all registered participants through email shortly. Those who attended the sessions need not worry, you will receive the complete learning material. So, dear participants, this FDP may be ending today, but this is not the end of our journey. In fact, it is only the beginning. The AMI Association and the CMA Association regularly organize such FDPs, conferences, workshops, seminars, book chapters, and we collaborate both for online and offline events. This FDP was an online event, and happy to announce that in the next month we'll be organizing an offline FDP in collaboration with Atmiya University, Chandigarh, Atmiya University, Surat. We are very fortunate that Dr. Rupali, director of Atmiya University, she is also a life member, has helped us establish this collaboration. We strongly believe that every participant should not remain only a participant. You should become a collaborator, an organizer, a contributor, and leader. Many of us who are today are speakers, coordinators, and dignitaries once joined us as participants. So over time, they became members, then active contributors, and today they are leading national level programs. While this FDP today session was going on, many of our members have texted that in the coming FDP they want to be the resource person, and I was parallelly noting down the names. So this platform gives opportunities to everyone. Therefore, I warmly invite all those participants who are not yet members of the association, AMI Association and CMAOI Association, join us and become part of this growing family. There is more than 4,000 members from across India, few from outside as well. So together we can build a larger and a stronger network of academicians, researchers, innovators, and professionals. Let us not allow this connection to end with today's certificate. Let this become the beginning of future collaborations, friendships, publications, research projects, and academic growth. So before I conclude, I want to leave you with one final thought that AI may provide the tools, but it is the intelligence, creativity, and humanity of all teachers and researchers that will shape the future. Let us use AI not to replace ourselves, but to become better educators, better researchers, and better human beings. Thank you once again to each and every participant for making this FDP a grand success. I look forward to meeting all of you again in our upcoming programs. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We extend our deepest gratitude to our program chair, Dr. Amir Junaid Ahmed, for presenting that brilliant and comprehensive overview of the event. Sir, you have beautifully encapsulated the essence of the whole FDP. We are grateful for your constant effort to provide us with such an enriching, professional, and inspiring environment. Moving ahead, we are delighted to have Dr. C. Ranjit Kumar, Dean of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at GPCT Kurnool, as the Honorable Chief Guest for today's valedictory ceremony. I now invite Professor Ranjit Kumar to deliver the valedictory address.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the introduction. I thanks UIAT College and the IIM Association for this wonderful FDP. I believe it was a very insightful FDP, and all the participants have come across a various good sessions across this. And today we have a very good session about AI in research and teaching. And as I promised to all the participants, in this direct function, I would like you to show that how AI is evolving in education platform, as well as how ethical AI governance can be incorporated. So I want you to show a demo, and this demo is a part of the tool we built in our company called AI Study Tools, and I am being a strategic advisor for this tool also. So I want you to show a video of it so that everyone should understand what AI can do, what is the power of AI, and how educationalists, as a teachers, as students, how they can use it. So I just want to play this video for you. So can you, sir, can you give me the access, sharing access? Okay, just this. So is the video screen visible? Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Okay. Can you hear the audio of this video? Were you able to hear?
Voice
Yes,
is
sir.
not audible, sir. Oh, maybe. Let's continue, sir. Let's continue.
So audio is not coming from your screen.
The voice is not audible. If you can reshare and check the checkbox for sharing voice as well. While sharing a screen, there comes a checkbox to be checked. So if you can share once again.
Why did we decide to build a multimodal AI interactive platform? Many students and professionals don't ask questions during a class or seminar, but have many doubts and questions about the subject taught or discussed. Some students have a low attention span and find it difficult to sit through an entire lecture and stay focused. Other students cannot understand the concepts taught because the teacher is teaching at a much higher level and the student has some basic understanding which are not clear. There are even students who listen to the lecture and understand the concept for that moment, but a little later they cannot remember what was taught or what the discussion was about. Through our research, we found that the brain science, role play, and gamification of content help address these concerns through engaging visual, modulating auditory waves, enriching interactive support system, repetition through multimodal media to reinforce the same concept cerebral cortex to stimulate cognitive learning. Furthermore, adaptive learning reports on how the student engages with the video, notes, summary, quiz, interactive models, role play, gamification leaderboards, and questions to the AI agent help us understand the student's assimilation of the content, thus enabling us to update and embed content into the knowledge base of the multimodal AI interactive platform. Partner with us to enrich your content.
So this is something which I want to share when we bring multimodal in education platform, where we can bring a multimodal content into a tech platform, and we are revolutionizing it. So my final thing is that use AI as an assistive tool. Don't use it as a maybe to share a cognitive workload, you can use this tool, but don't think it as a psychological tool. So because what happens is that because of this Gen AI tool, this AI tools, students forget the or forget thinking itself. They don't know what to think because they always give prompts and get the answers. So it is our responsibility to make sure that they think ethically and they think critically also before asking something to AI tool. So that is what we have to ensure. Using tool is no harm, but how do we use it and for what purpose we use it always matters. So this is what is my takeaway about this generative AI tools. It is a boom, but how do we use it always matters. So it is not a futuristic thing. Again, I repeat, this is not a futuristic thing. If I ask 5 years back, it is a futuristic thing. Now it is required for everyone. But thing is, be ethically sure that you use AI properly. That's it. So thanks for the opportunity again for the entire organization team and all the committee members. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing such informative and profound insights. We are honored by your participation and the valuable expertise you have shared with us today. Thank you once again. So, dear participants, as you know, the program was possible because of your active involvement and would love to hear from you all. I request 2 to 3 participants to share their brief reflections and testimonials. You're kindly requested to limit your sharing this to 1 minute, please. Yes, dear participants, I request few participants to share your experiences of the workshop. There are
May we request Dr. Gagandeep Singh? Dr. Gagandeep Singh, sir, can you please share your feedback?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Sir, it was very informative as we are using different tools in our research like Zotero or Quillbot, but I have learned that many more tools are there. So it was very informative and it was experience was good. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you. Huh. Professor Sayeda Aisha, you are raising your hand. Go ahead.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I just want to take 30 to 40 seconds here. I really thank the entire team for conducting such a wonderful and informative FDP, which was really useful for all the faculty fraternity. I thank you and I wish to participate in many more upcoming. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. This is Professor Dr. Sagarika from Nasik. And I really congratulate the entire team for conducting such a wonderful and informative session. And as a faculty, I really feel this was very, very insightful. And, there were a lot of wonderful things, how we can reduce our workload, how we can make our classrooms much more informative. And I would request the team, we would look forward to, one more session such as this. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
So let us resume. So thank you for those kind words. Would also like to appraise all participants that your e-certificates you'll be receiving via email within next few days. And please monitor your inbox or your official groups for further updates regarding the workshops. Or now we now move to the announcement of a best active participant. So I request Sir to please take over.
Like it is very difficult to pick one because there are few participants who have like really participated very well. They have been active throughout the 5 days. So it's better that we don't. It's rather very difficult to pick one. But Bhargavi Haripriya, the ma'am, was there. Then I can say Karishma ma'am was there. Then one or two members from the Sivan Engineering College. He was also like very active and asked a lot of questions. So all thank you all participants for being very active, actively engaged in the sessions. Thank you very much.
Right, sir. Thank you. There are huge appreciations in the chat box also. So to formally conclude, I invite our coordinator, Dr. Amandeep Verma, to propose a formal vote of thanks. Dr. Amandeep.
Thank you, Professor Hindi. So good afternoon to all the distinguished dignitaries, respected guests, eminent resource persons, faculty members, and dear participants. Just a bit. So very good afternoon to all present. So it is my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks for this valedictory session of 1 week online faculty development program on AI tools for teaching, research, and academic writing that is jointly organized by the Department of Information Technology, UIT, Punjab University, Chandigarh, with the help of AMR EE Association and CMAOI Association. So on the behalf of Department of Information Technology, UIT, Punjab University, Chandigarh, and our collaborative partners, I, Amandeep Verma, coordinator of this faculty development program, extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who have contributed to making this FDP a grand success. So in today's rapidly evolving academic landscape, artificial intelligence is transforming the way we teach, we learn, we conduct the research. It empowers educators with intelligent tools for personalized learning, efficient content creation, data-driven insights, and enhanced research productivity, making it an indispensable component of the modern education. So at the outset, I express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. C. Ranjit Kumar, Dean of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at GPCET, for gracing this occasion and inspiring us with his valuable thoughts and insight on generative AI and during the sessions, as well as the thoughts on the valedictory sessions. I extend my deep appreciation to the entire organizing team that is led by our program chair, Dr. Amir Junaid Emaji, Secretary AMI EE Association, for their vision, dedication, and excellent coordination in making this FDP a grand success. From conceptualizing the program to inviting the distinguished speakers across the country, managing registration of participants from the India as well as from the abroad, and ensuring the smooth execution, everywhere your contribution has been truly commendable. We are extremely grateful to all our esteemed resource persons who delivered enriching and insightful sessions throughout this week. The topic covered ranging from AI in education, content creation, and smart teaching methodologies to research, academic writing, data analysis, and generative AI, all were highly relevant and beneficial in today's academic ecosystem. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to all the session coordinators for their continuous support and seamless management of each session. I take this opportunity to acknowledge and appreciate all the participants from various institutions across the country and abroad for their involvement, active participations, and commitment throughout these 5 days. Your engagement made this program truly meaningful and impactful. I also express my sincere gratitude to the Director UIT Punjab University Chandigarh for his constant support and encouragement in organizing such knowledgeable, enriching initiatives. So, as we all conclude this FDP today, we are confident that the knowledge and the hands-on experience gained will significantly enhance teaching practices, research productivity, and academic writing among all of us. So once again, I extend my sincere thanks to everyone who contributed directly or indirectly to the success of this program. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, Dr. Amandeep. Before we conclude, I invite everyone to briefly enable their cameras for a virtual group photograph to commemorate this session. So, kindly, all participants are requested to switch on their camera so that we can have a good group photograph. Technical team, if you can kindly facilitate
Yes.
so that all participants are in one frame.
Yes, please be patient. I hope the technical team is taking the pictures. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for everything. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.